morning there, Nathan. It's Kerry here from Pacific Toyota Lexus Cairns. So what I'm going to do for you today, Nathan, is a high definition virtual tour of our 2017 Ford Mustang GT. So basically what I'm going to do right now for you, Nathan, is just basically go through the interior exterior of the motor vehicle, also through the wheel arches, tyres and rims, and also through the features as well too, and actually through the engine bay. So before I do that, Nathan, I just want to let you know a little bit more about Pacific Toyota. So Pacific Toyota is actually one of two pre-owned dealerships here in far north Queensland. We're actually standing right here at 77 Mulgrave Road. So Nathan, I know where you think we are. We're actually based in the city of Cairns itself, about 1.5 kilometres away. Our second pre-owned yard is actually our 235 Mulgrave Road, and that's about 2 kilometres left on the left-hand side. Next to that is our franchise dealership, Toyota and Lexus as well too, and also our service and parts department. So we actually sell around about 200 to 250 cars a month, and we basically deliver around about 60% of our stock down in Brisbane area. So as you can see in the background there, Nathan, is actually our showroom floor, so it's 2 stories. Fantastic. So what I'm going to do right now is just going to get straight back into this video and go through the engine bay first, and then I'll go around all around the vehicle itself. Let's do that. So as you can see, Nathan, I'm going to pop up the bonnet. Just going to go through the engine bay and just make sure that that engine bay is actually nice and clean and tidy. It's been looked after really well. The vehicle is actually originally from Mackay itself. Fantastic. And now I'm just going to go through the front bar just to make sure that there is no blemishes on the front bar itself. I noticed that there is a few little stone chips on it, but I'll get up pretty closely in it, and there's a couple little holes here, there and there, but they can be fixed for you before delivery. So as I'm going to cross the front of the bonnet on the front bar, then I'm going to go up onto the bonnet as well. I just noticed that there is a couple of little ones here, but they're just like little minor stone chips, but we can fix them up for you. Up onto the bonnet, I noticed that there's 2 little spots here, so we can do a brush touch on it, and 1, 2 and 3 there, but we can sort them out to you. Just a little bit here as well too, I notice it, but otherwise that's in great condition itself. Just going to go up into the windscreen, just make sure there's no chips or cracks in the windscreens itself. Fantastic. I'm just going to step back here a little bit here, Nathan. Oh, sorry. And just look down the left side of the vehicle. So I'm just going to go down to the rear of the vehicle now, Nathan. And have a look at the back of the rear of the vehicle. So just make sure there's no bad imperfections in the paint. You can see that paint's in great condition. Just going to go up onto the boot of the vehicle now. You can see you've got the fiberglass, fiber carbon spoiler on it. Across the top you've got the striping anyway that comes with factory with them. And having a look at this side here, just going to go down to the rear of the bar. Got the rear sensors on it there, Nathan, as you can see, and it's got the dual aftermarket exhaust system as well too that's underneath it. Sounds unreal, but I'll actually start that up for you and go through it with you. Just going to pop the boot up. Before I do that, you can see that the reversing camera is right there, just above the badge of the GT. In through the boot, nice and clean and tidy. Just lifting up, just showing underneath there as well too. Got to have a look at that. There's spare wheels actually not in there, but we can have a look at that for you. Up onto the roof now, and just going to go to the top of the roof and just make sure there's no blemishes on the roof itself. Fantastic, looks good. Okay, having a look down now through the rear wheel arch as well, through the front of it, checking the rims itself. There's no gutter rash on the rims, and then back through to the rear wheel arch. Fantastic. Step back a little bit, check out that rim. Okay, having a look inside the passenger side seat. So open up that door nice and wide for you, and just looking at the trim itself. Got the nice leather trim with their white stitching, chrome handles on your mirrors, and then also chrome handles on your handles there when you open up your door. Looking at the the kick panel, just make sure there's no marking on the kick panel itself. Got the nice Mustang embroidery in there as well too. Up onto the dash, across the top of the dash itself, and then back through the driver's side seat. That driver's side seat's in actually great condition. Having a look at the passenger side seat as well too. Just having a look there, you got your logbooks and your spare keys, so it's got 2 keys as well too. Okay, what I'm going to do right now is just going to go around the driver's side and just giving you a bit of an angle on the driver's side now. Okay, going to the front of the vehicle. And just going to step back there a little bit, Nathan, and just give you a little bit of a look on the angle. You can see that car is in nice condition. It's been looked after really well, except for a few little stone chips on the bonnet and on the front bar, but we can get that fixed for you. Okay, having a look at the rear wheel arch now. Just going around the wheel arch, so it's nice and clean and tidy. Checking the rims on it. It's got no gutter rash on that side of the rim. And then work my way down to the front of the rim and just make sure there's no gutter rash on the front rims itself. Okay, most important thing is to actually jump into the driver's side and show you a little bit more about the driver's side doors, also the driver's side seat, and go through the features of the vehicle as well. Alright, going down to the kick panel, into the embroider, then up to the dash, and then across the dash, overside to the passenger side seat, and then I'm just about to jump inside the vehicle now, Nathan. Just going to put the camera on the dash itself, but have a listen, and I'll leave the door open. You can hear the starting up of the vehicle. So it's not too loud. It's got that nice good note about it. Just give it a little bit of a rev there. I'm just going to close the door right now and just show you through the cluster. And it's got 22,252 on the clock. Just before I go away from the steering wheel, I just want to make sure I go around the steering wheel itself and make sure there's no blemishes on the steering wheel. That's in great condition. You've got your cruise control functions here, also through all your cluster inside your medial. You can change it all in this button, and then you've got your volume controls on one side, and then you've got your Bluetooth as well too with your voice recognition. Okay, having a look at the audio sound system, you've got the audio sound system, so it's all touch screen. So even with your climate control, you can adjust all your climate control with your touch screen. But if you want to go back in the audio sound system, so basically go through that as well. I'll put it in reverse just to give you a look at the camera behind there. Fantastic. Okay, getting down here, you've got also your dual climate control. So it's got front and rear, front and passenger, so driver side and passenger. And also it's got heated seats and air conditioning seats, so on your passenger and driver side as well too. Just below that there, you've got the push button start, also your hazard lights, so flick that on, then you've got your hazard lights on, flick it off, and then you've got your traction control button, and then also your steering, so adjusting your controlling in your steering, but also your mode system, so changing your mode system in it. You look in the cluster back here, you can go from your racing mode to your sports mode to your launching mode as well too, and then your non-traction mode as well too. So depending on what you want, your normal drive or your sports drive, depending on how you want it to be. So most people like to have it in normal mode, but you can have it in racing mode, they say, but if you're going to race it, not really, but I wouldn't. You've got your USB point, and then you've got your cigarette lighter that you don't really smoke in the car anymore, but you use that for more auxiliary, so you can actually charge up your phone or so. Got your nice gear knob on it as well too, in your center console part. So if I lift that up, you can have a look there. You've got your USB point there as well too, and also your 12 volt, so plugging out and charging up your phone as well too. Okay, the most important thing about this, Nathan, is you've got your spare keys, main key, spare key, and then also is the biggest thing is about your logbooks. So you can see your service histories there. You've got your first 3,000 Ks done, your 7,000 Ks after that. Your next one after that one there is 11,000, 16,000 Ks, and then 18,000 Ks and 20,000 Ks. So you can see that they've actually looked after this car really, really well. I mean, like they babied it and looked after it very, very good. So I'm just going to step outside the vehicle now. What I'm going to do right now, Nathan, is coming to the end of the video. I've got the vehicle running for you. I'm just going to go quickly around it and show you the exhaust, give you a bit of a listen to the noise from the rear. So it's not loud at all, but it throws off a good note as well. But thank you very much for your inquiry. Hopefully we can make you a proud owner of this 2017 Ford Mustang GT. Thank you.